Boy, it's a good thing he never listens to this show.
Oh, there's spoilers for the Orville in the chat.
This is... This is our new theme music since we've been taken over by Disney. As the evil empire has risen. No one is safe. Hello, Dark Comrade. It's Midnight's Edge. And you are going to listen. You're here under the dominion of the great Mouse Lord. I'm, of course, your narrator supreme, Rob Robot Shlomo, for the time being, at least. With me, as always, is Comrade Tom Connors.
Hail.
And with us, as always, is Beastless Nicarandom.
Fuck Disney.
Shh, quiet, they're listening.
I know.
We're sorry, not so more. And with us is Comrade Tyler Bioshock.
Da.
Yes.
Hail.
Silu. Sonic Moon has contributed to the party. $14.99. Oh, hail, Lord Mickey. He has no idea Duke Cock will be dealing with him soon. Yes. Okay, that's enough of that. 24 hours. Oh man, since the great Mouse Lord has risen, and we live under his dominion, things are changing, aren't they?
Always for the worse, it seems, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're Paul Feig.
Oh God, how's everybody? The Orville. We can't talk about the Orville now because Tom hasn't seen it yet.
Me neither.
So it's not.
I haven't seen Star Trek either yet.
Oh, who cares about that?
The best? Well, yeah. You know what the best part about that music is? It comes right from YouTube's own creator studio, royalty free, baby.
Yeah.
I like it. That sounds like my theme song.
So, all right.
This is fun gulag
Actually,
song.
no. Yes. Actually, you know what? Actually, Mahler and the Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, were talking about Midnight's Edge, about how we got our stream got shut down. In mid about the Captain Marvel thing. This is by the Estonian Copyright Association, whatever the hell it was. So like, hey, you know, I'm like Beetlejuice. You know, I was listening. You said our name and I appeared. So.
Yeah, me too. I saw that too.
Yeah, but you're a robot. You're like Skynet though.
Yeah, I'm everywhere anyway. People are like, you're here when you sleep, because I upload videos like 24 hours a day, and yeah, I am a robot.
Yeah. So okay. Let's go. Let's do some news here. While we can. So the axe has already fallen.
You're fired.
Yes. So
bye, Felicia.
Okay. Bye, Felicia. That's right. What the hell? I closed it out.
Well, let's see. We got some stuff to do here. We're gonna have to let some people go, and sorry, people at Fox. This just has to be done. And Goofy, can you get the people from Sony on the phone for me?
Yeah. So anyway, Paul Feig is the first name.
Yay!
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 Did they really fire Paul Feig?
Yeah. Well,
can they? Can we be so lucky?
We should fire Paul Feig out of a cannon.
Yes.
With the trebuchet, he needs a little spot in Ethan's trebuchet.
He did that though. Would he just explode into glitter?
Obviously,
you'd be singing the soundtrack to Rent all the way into the sky.
Well, anyways, news came down of
675,726 pieces of glitter.
Well, technically, Paul Feig wasn't fired, but his production is production company. His movie label moved to Universal,
And there was much rejoicing.
Didn't want him.
and there was much rejoicing. Yes. So
You know what's funny is he's acting like he's the one that left them.
He's better than them.
You can't fire me. I quit.
this was, actually when this was the reaction when Paul Feig heard about the merger.
Run away! Run away!
So
You're fired.
So anyway, so Paul Feig's company, they're moving to Universal.
Oh, look out. He just jumped through the glass ceiling.
Broke the glass ceiling. We're like Letterman with the glass thing. Yeah. Okay. Actually, somebody named Elizabeth Gabler. Their Fox 2000 is production company is closing after the Disney takeover. She had the glass ceiling fall on her apparently.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. More people are out. Andrew Cripps is also out. Head of Fox International Distribution.
With the Crips?
Dan, the Crips. Yeah. I wonder if he's going to join the Bloods now. Oh, that's bad. What happened to What happened to Crips? Bloods got him. 20th Century Fox Corporate Communications Executive Vice President Dan Berger is out.
You're fired.
Fox Consumer Products Chief Jim Fielding, he's joining the post-Disney deal layoffs. That's a polite way of saying he's fired.
Bye, Felicia.
Fox
gotta
domestic
switch it up.
distribution. Fox domestic distribution boss Chris Aronson. He was one of the first people out the door. So Fox. What? No, he's not aroused. He's out the door.
How are these being disposed of anyway? Are they going up to like Bob Iger's office and like a trap door falls out?
We have exclusive sound we have exclusive sound from the firing, okay? So this is all right, that's the door hitting him in the ass on the way out. So
That door probably took off a leg. Holy shit.
Fox Television president Greg Midal is out.
What?
So
You're fired.
Fox Worldwide Film Marketing Chiefs and Chief Content Officer is also out. Oh man, Spyglass has laid off 15, shutters the New York office. So wow, a lot of layoffs. Holy cow!
Well, we knew
Fox,
they were coming. That was estimated going to be around 2,000 layoffs. I think we brought that up yesterday. But these are some high up layoffs. So
yeah. So actually,
Can you hear
Viacom's
of
music
anything?
this is unrelated, but Viacom's music group sheds jobs as country music television
Well, Viacom's in trouble right now. They don't have very much money, and not only that, DirecTV is talking about dropping them right now.
Oh, poor babies. Oh my god, but it's yeah. Like I said, don't feel too bad for these people who've been like, yeah, okay, it sucks when anyone loses their job, but you know what? All these people, they tend to fail upward.
If they're worth a shit, they'll find a new job, no problem.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, that's really how it goes, and it's
the
just
layman I feel bad for, but the executives can take it in the ass.
Yeah.
it's redundancy, except for Paul Feig.
Ew. Paul, somebody did you say Paul Feig?
Hello.
So Paul Feig. Paul Feig. He thinks way too highly of himself.
I'm Krispy Kreme McDonald's.
No, you're not, Paul. No, you're not.
Yeah, I'm going to be Tim Hortons.
But okay. Well, okay, let me. Okay, here's a story from Deadline. Disney sets up film leadership team after a difficult day. The Walt Disney Studios has officially unveiled its senior leadership team now that Disney's $71.3 billion acquisition of 21st Century Fox film and TV assets is closed. It comes at the end of a long day at 20th Century Fox Film, where several big names were laid off as the merger begins to take its form. The Walt Disney Studios umbrella will be led by Chairman Alan Horn and President Alan Bergman. Bergie, whose best friends call him Bergie. Anyway, no, I don't know if that's true. Who have been making rounds to finalize their lineups this week. At the core, we need that evil marching music back. If we're
just
playing.
Quieter this time.
Yes. Here we go. At the core of the Walt Disney Studios is the world-class content we produce. From unforgettable experiences for the screen and stage to stories and characters that find their way into the hearts and homes of fans everywhere, Horn said in the release Thursday, which did not mention today's layoffs. Bringing together the legacies of talent and capabilities of Disney and Fox greatly expands our ability to create a wide range of transportive storytelling experiences for audiences the world over. And we are thrilled to get to work together. Wednesdays, Pink Slips. Hail Mickey! Hail Mickey!
Hail Mickey!
Gotta hell Mickey.
Caesar!
I'm listening. You're going to go to Auschwitz.
And if she floats, she is the witch.
Yeah, the Auschwitz, the happiest place on earth.
And Auschwitz.
Wednesday's Pink Slips include several high-level, longtime Fox execs on a list that on the film side includes 20th Century Fox domestic distribution president Chris Aronson, international distribution head Alan Cripps, who succumbed to his bout with the Bloods, consumer products chief Jim Fielding, EVP corporate communications Dan Berger, Heather Phillips, EVP and head of domestic publicity Mike Dunn, president. It's like oh my God, this is unbelievable. President of Production Strategy and Consumer Business Development, Bob Cohen, EVP of Legal Affairs and EVP of Fox Stage Productions, and Michelle Marks, and Senior Vice President Media Product Promotions. Going forward,
not to be missed.
This isn't a list of firings, it's like a public execution list.
They were expendable. So,
But
going forward,
this will not be lost.
you want to make an omelet, you gotta break a few eggs. Going forward, Disney this evening revealed its film exec structure that has no real surprises after Deadline broke earlier in the day that Fox 2000, originally slated to move over post-merger, will finish out its current slate and then be shuttered. Fox's remaining studios, 20th Century Fox, Fox Family, now moving under the purview of 20th, Fox Searchlight Pictures and Blue Sky Studios have now joined former rivals Walt Disney Animation Studios, Disney Live Action, Pixar Animation Group, Marvel Studios, Lucasfilm, Disney Music Group, and Disney Theatrical Group. The units now under one umbrella will create content for theatrical and upcoming Disney streaming platforms. The studio execs reporting to Horn. 20th Century Fox will continue to be led by Vice Chairman, 20th Century Fox Film and President Production, 20th Century Fox, Emma Watts. Fox Family will continue to be led by President Vanessa Morrison, reporting directly to Watts. Fox Searchlight Pictures will continue to be led by Chairman Nancy Utley and Stephen Gulia. Fox 2000 will continue to be led by President of Production Elizabeth Gabler, overseeing the completion of its current slate. Fox Animation, including Blue Sky Studios, will continue to be led by co-presidents Andrea Maloro and Robert Baird. Walt Disney Animation Studios will continue to be led by Chief Officer Jennifer Lee. Walt Disney Studios Motion Picture Production, Disney Live Action will continue to be led by President Sean Bailey. Pixar will be led by Creative Chief Officer Pete Docter. Dr. Fine, Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine.
Dr. Howard?
Marvel Studios. Tell you, get our spine and start cracking. Marvel Studios will continue to be led by Kevin Feige and co-president Louis D'Esposito. Lucasfilm will be continued to be led by Kathleen Kennedy.
the commandant of Mauschwitz.
As a very good ally, you will be compliant. Furthering the SJW agenda, and you will be compliant. Thank you.
Disney Music Group will be led by Ken Bunt. Disney Theatrical will be led by producer Roy, by Thomas Schumacher. Okay, there's a lot of names here.
Yeah, we're starting to get down the list now, it sounds like, anyway. And we've been demonetized.
Why?
Auschwitz.
Auschwitz.
Probably
Is
not.
it because I
Kathy was
said
probably
fuck
listening to this and didn't find that funny.
How can we be? It's royalty free. We're using Disney. We're using YouTube's own music.
It's not like we're claimed. We're just demonetized, as always.
Well,
It's like that Monty Python.
I think
that's not funny.
that's the door slamming on our monetization.
Oh, Lord. Oh, well. So, no surprise. We did hear that Kevin Feige will be making some announcements very soon. We're not surprised with that. But again, a lot of the news sources have been stressing don't expect any Fantastic Four X-Men movies before like 2021, 2022, somewhere in there.
What doesn't
But
mean
I
we can't
believe the word is out that Deadpool will not be changed.
Yay.
So,
really, Deadpool?
yeah, he
Not
will stay the
Dev-
same.
Look.
I fart in your general direction.
Wrong sound effects. I don't know what sound.
Yeah, it worked.
I was
Still
thinking
works.
Much rejoicing.
this.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay! And there's much rejoicing. Okay, that's better.
Well, this is
All right. Well, like,
it's futile. Yeah.
Yes, Sonic Moon. Thank you for helping early. Yes. Thank you. We always.
Yes, you did.
Oh.
And now this show has been brought to you by Sonic Moon 1.
Sonic Moon. Yes.
Yay!
He's the only one.
If you're gonna be a moon, you better be a Sonic Moon. So anyway, yeah, not a whole lot of surprises here.
Slithering Peanut, I don't know about that. I really don't think they're going to stop making money. Deadpool makes lots of money.
They thought about it.
Money. I am still thinking that PG-13 Deadpool thing had more to do with China. I really am starting to think that. So we'll see. I really don't think they're gonna take away Deadpool's balls. And with the tweet that Ryan Reynolds put out the other day, I think that's a good sign that things are a-okay.
Yeah. So yeah, they can make Deadpool under the Fox banner. That's the thing.
Slithering Peanut, I didn't care for the Deadpool 2 the second film as much, but the second movie did do well in the box office. Don't.
It had moments.
I mean, it did really well box office wise. So.
And what was the worst part? The
Kid.
kid.
That fucking kid.
The fucking kid.
Yeah.
It
should have been a horror movie. It really should have been a horror movie from the kid's perspective where he was like a Damien character.
I was rooting for Cable to smash his face in.
Yeah, more that too. I mean, it's just like nothing made sense in that one, I don't think. Like, why are we helping some bratty kid?
I don't think the Juggernaut would put up with him. All right.
No, the Juggernaut would have flattened him. You kidding me?
Yeah.
I did like this scene though. Juggernaut, I love you, X-Men 133. I love he's just reading, just like rattling off the issues he appeared in. That was actually good. Yeah. My brother, I actually got into a free showing of that because my brother Dave's company, who they sell liquor, and the tequila actually is got product placement in it. So he was able to get free passes. So that was good at least. Free movie. Yeah, nice. If there's one thing better than a movie, it's a free movie. And there's one thing better than a free movie, it's a free porno movie.
Yeah.
As you know.
You killed Black Tom, you racists. That was actually good, yeah. What else do we have in news? Actually, it's pilot season, actually. I don't it's
Well,
there's
we
not a
got
whole
some
lot
trailers dropped.
yeah. So you guys can talk about that.
I was gonna say, Rob and Mecca haven't seen the first two John Wicks. Have you seen them, Tyler?
I saw two John Wicks.
love them.
Oh, you did see them? Oh, okay. I thought I didn't think you had. Oh, that's right. You hadn't seen Deadwood. That's what it was.
No, well, Deadwood I saw a little bit of, and now that I saw the trailer for this new one, I kind of want to go back and finish it.
You talk about those, and I'll just go watch some quicksand porn while you're
NBA quicksand porn.
But anyway, John Wick 3 looks amazing.
Yes.
Loved the first film. Thought the second film was okay. This one looks like it might even be better than the second film, so I'm looking forward to this. How about you, Mike? I know you did a reaction to it.
It's yeah, like you said, I think this one's looking better than the second. It took me like a year to really work my way up to watching John Wick because of the dog in the first movie. So yeah, so spoilers, if you guys have never seen John Wick, he's basically kind of goes on a revenge sort of spree, and he, people fuck with the guy, like the one guy you don't want to fuck with, basically. He just goes around murdering everyone.
Thanks a lot. Now you ruined it for me.
No, not really.
Like the first 10 minutes of the movie, dude.
10 minutes. That's like the first 10 minutes. So you don't know anything else. But yeah.
First like 7 minutes. It's a premise. If you go on like the freaking like Google search, it's gonna tell you that instantly plot is kill people because they killed dog. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even give you that spoiler, but no, it took me like a while.
The deal with the movie is it's real simple. It's a very 80s action kind of movie, but it's kind of got that 2000s kind of style to it, to where it's, I don't know how to put it, but
it's a good revenge movie with Keanu Reeves killing everybody, kicking ass. He's got guns. It's got like a spy element. You'd probably like it, actually.
It's premier gun fu.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's got, but the best part about it is this element of how his character is built up.
Mm-hmm. The best scene in the movie is actually not even him killing people; it's building him up, and like, oh, he's bad.
Yeah. Because you don't really realize how badass this character is until you like actually start watching the movie, and they kind of trickle in little bit of like backstory here and there. And you're like, oh, and then this is going on. Oh, and then this. Oh man, so this is like way. Oh, okay. It's really cool. Like I'm trying not to spoil it. It's a very well done, interesting way to just show a bunch of gratuitous violence on screen. Is kind of
excellent
awesome.
done violence.
Yeah,
you know who John Leguizamo is, right?
Oh yeah, It's
Best
Luigi.
Okay, these idiots who they're like the son of the head of the Russian mafia.
I think one of them's Theon Greyjoy from Game of Thrones too.
Yeah, they kill his dog and they steal his car. They don't know who he is. Okay, so they show up at this chops shop, and John Leguizamo's like, "Get that fucking car out of here! How did you get it?"
Yeah.
What? He's like, "Get that fuck!" He just starts freaking out on the guy, and you just know at that moment these kids fucked up, and that's kind of the same reaction that his dad gives and everything else. So then that just kind of sets the whole thing up in motion. And
it's the best reaction to anything ever. Yeah. It's him like calling his dad, going like, "Yeah, I took him from this John Wick guy," and the dad goes, "Oh,
yeah, it's been nice knowing you, son."
Because he stole John Wick's car. Oh.
Yeah.
Like that's not good.
We could do a John Wick watch.
Oh, we could.
That'd be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's one to put on the list for sure. Yes, especially the first one. The second one's good, but it's going to feel like filler after this third movie. I have a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I genuinely like the second movie.
I do.
Narratively, it's not as strong, but action-wise, it's even a little slightly bit stronger.
Well, didn't it have the mirror scene, right?
In the Metropolitan Museum of Art, which I've been to.
I like the second film. Don't get me wrong. It's just not as strong a sequel. And I have a feeling, like I said, to me, I think it's going to be like Die Hard 2 after Die Hard with a Vengeance came out. Because to me, Die Hard with a Vengeance makes Die Hard 2 pale in comparison as a sequel.
It makes Die Hard 2 look like Die Hard 4.
Yeah, basically. And that's kind of where I'm hoping John Wick 3 takes this, because usually it's the third film that takes a dump. It's a rarity that, the third film's as good as Die Hard with a Vengeance, at least in my opinion. So,
but yeah, I do like that fist fight with the second movie with Common. That was pretty great.
oh yeah, and I liked a lot of the new characters they added and all that kind of stuff.
I do like the idea that every hobo in New York is secretly a hitman. That amused me.
Cool
I'd give like the first movie a 10 out of 10. I'd give the second movie like a 9 or an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, it's not as good, but it's a good ass movie.
If you're a dog fan, you can watch the second one easier because there's no dog murder.
Yeah, like the first one's really, really good. I'd have to like excuse myself from that first little bit though, because like I can't do that.
At least
but no, it's good.
It's my favorite Ruby Rose movie.
Yeah. Well, and that's because she plays a deaf person though.
I know.
Yeah, I like the character in that. I kind of liked her in that. Yeah.
Yeah. Is Ruby Rose gay enough for everybody in this?
It doesn't come up, and that's one of the good things. It doesn't. Yeah. Oh, also, Adrian Palicki is in John Wick.
One.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's pre Kelly days.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's a good day to Die Hard, John Wick.
I would love if someone said that.
That would be a hell of a team up.
No, you would be a complete dumbass now.
And now I'm a killer. Huh.
Yeah, but that'd be modern day John McClane. Just not worthwhile.
I want a modern day John McClane. I don't care. I love John McClane beaten down and in his worst shape ever. That's the best John McClane you can have because he's always facing the worst. That's why I love Die Hard with a Vengeance. Because it's not like Die Hard 2, because Die Hard 2 starts off too perfect. Everything's perfect, and it's like just too convenient. I love a lot of the cast. I love a lot of the characters. I love some of the great action scenes in it, and it's great director and all that kind of stuff. But as far as sequel goes, he kind of sums up the sequel when he goes, "How can the same shit happen to the same guy twice?"
I love the tagline.
Yeah, I know. And it got so by the third film, I love that because they're like, you don't see him for like 10, 15 minutes. And then like kick over whatever rock McClane's under and get his ass down here now. And then when you see him, he's like, in a fucking wife beater. You can tell he's been drinking the night before and he's like popping aspirin like candy. And it's just, I love that, John.
And then Sammy J shows up and then they have to go through Harlem. It's so good.
Exactly. I love Die Hard with a Vengeance. Oh,
how do you feel about the alternate ending?
I wish they would have left it on. I
do too. It's a lot darker and it works a little bit better.
It's a better payoff. Yeah. Rob's getting bored.
No. Yeah, I had my mic muted right here on the thing.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
Yes.
That was
Hey.
I can't believe that. That's what the all-time great like accident censors for a line.
So.
There it is.
So. Okay. What else is in the news?
The only thing that Die Hard with a Vengeance is missing is Powell.
Yeah, that's all. We wanted Sergeant Powell to come back so we could, I don't know.
He's in Chicago stalking the rest of Steve Urkel's family.
Yeah, you gotta make them all shut up.
Going after Myrtle Urkel. This is for what you did to my son.
It was dark.
Can I do that?
It was dark. Kid had one of those guns. Looked like the real thing. I shot him. It was Steve Urkel.
Carl! Do that?
Oh, Steve! What'd you do? Look what you done, Steve. Look what you done. Now you're all fucked up.
Now I gotta finish it. Pop, pop, pop.
Look what you did. The story makes sense. He had to go to witness protection. The kid he shot with Steve Urkel.
When his wife left him in the 8th season. Yeah. And he got some magic new wife.
And then he had to put away the Ghostbusters.
And nobody ever found their kid.
Family Matters is a prequel to Die Hard.
Not the fan theory I can get behind.
Exactly, because it makes sense. And it doesn't hurt them.
Except Urkel. Yeah.
It's a better.
Jaleel always out there, you motherfuckers.
No, he didn't write the character. He did a fine job acting it.
He's like, "You're gonna kill me." Rob just dropped
Jaleel
off.
White just got robbed.
Rob. We lost Rob.
Oh no, we scared him away.
He committed network suicide. Oh, there he's
He
back.
said something against our Lord
Disney
and Savior,
got him.
Mickey.
Close the wrong window. Damn it! I closed the wrong tab.
Whatever. They got Mary Poppins to
Hang on.
pop a cap in your ass.
Hello, boys and girls. I'm Sherry Bobbins.
Actually, wasn't she supposed to be a lot more sadistic though?
Yes.
Mary Bobbins.
Mary
Yep.
Poppins.
Yeah.
Like sit around, kids. One day I'll tell you the story of Mary Poppins and how she's an awful person in the books.
Was she an awful person in the book?
Yeah, she's actually, I wouldn't say abusive, but she's really kind of cruel and strict and not very fun at all. And I think it's because that was the nanny that P.L. Travers had, was also kind of like
Aunt
that.
or whatever, yeah. I think it was her aunt, or at least it was in that movie.
Yeah, I think that might be true, but that movie also stretched a bit. I don't think the movie still made her look better than real life.
Oh yeah, because I know it's truth. She
So-
hated that fucking movie.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
God.
Here's an idea. Mecca. Now, we're gonna do a reenactment now of Sergeant Powell, that tragic night when Steve Urkel decided to pay a visit into the Powell house, into the house. Okay. Now the line is, Steve, what are you doing here?
Okay, when you want me to say it.
Just 3, 2, 1, action.
Steve, what are you doing here?
You don't move. Oh, man, Steve, you all fucked up.
You got me. Do you got any?
Man, no. I'm gonna have to finish you, Steve. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Got a double tap just to make sure. Oh, shit.
You better kill his cousin too. She might have witnessed the murder.
That's what I said. That's where he's got to go
Now-
during Dog with a Vengeance, is to kill
Damn
Myrtle.
it. I'll be right back. I gotta go tie up some loose ends. Damn, I got a lot of bodies to bury now.
Yeah, Urkel's last words are "got any cheese," and then he goes, "Yes, I do. You look just like some Swiss cheese now, motherfucker."
$5 super chat. So where's the Captain Hare, Rob closes the wrong window pretty regularly. You almost think he doesn't like suffering for our enjoyment.
That's nasty.
You all fucked up, Steve. Steve, why'd you do it, Steve? Steve! Steve! Oh, you all fucked up. Oh, Steve. Oh, this is the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
This is the story. You seen him in a dark alley with a gun. But we in my house. Toss him out the door. We'll get him in the alley. And then we'll tell him he had a gun. Get him a gun. You have to leave,
That's a
Carl.
good one.
And
That
you
one's a
can't
good one.
come back. You need to go to LA.
We should animate that. The tragic
Yeah.
story of Steve Urkel. Oh god.
Viral, 100,000 views.
That
You know,
would
or
be-
60 views.
Well, that's gonna be like a racist white guy from the East Coast shoots black kid.
No.
There's gonna be articles about that.
So, Paul, tell me again what happened.
Shot a kid. It was late at night. It was dark. He had a ray gun.
Don't add up.
No. Said don't add up. Well,
No, you say squirt gun this time, and he goes, I thought you said it was a ray gun. Oh,
squirt
shit.
was a squirt. Oh shit. One more loose end.
You ain't so die hard now, are you?
This is why we're not really a pop culture podcast.
No, we're better than that.
We have too much fun doing this kind of stuff.
Just imagine if there was alcohol or narcotics involved, how much fun it would be.
Oh no.
Eric Kelly's off to watch the overall. No, you ain't.
Southern Peanuts is not while he's eating.
No, not why you.
You can't mow down the audience. And
You just done Slytherin Peanut. You just done had your last meal.
Slither on back to hell.
Senate meeting adjourned. Now I'm going to have another meeting in bed. Big pain.
We lost like 5 or 6 viewers, I think.
We didn't need them.
We didn't need them. They're not down with what we do. That's right. We just lost 5 or 6 viewers. And we just lost 5 more.
Anybody else want to leave?
I got some more for you. Oh no, we're not supposed to make fun of this kind of stuff. And we're gonna, you
limp on the way out. No, I'm just kidding.
I wonder why we're demonetized.
I wonder.
Exactly. We might as well have fun now. Yeah. We're gonna get that guy Awesome Cat's gonna say, "Oh, how dare you make fun of people being shot?" I'm like, we're not making fun of people being shot.
No, we're not.
That's about it. We were making fun of a fictional character being shot in our fictional studio audience.
It's not like we started a final solution or anything.
Hey, we're weak.
remember McBain? He goes, my new comedy is a mixture of laughs and is action and comedy. It's called McBain. Let's get silly. You ever notice how men leave the toilet seat up? That was the joke. You suck, McBain.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
It's like, I am Woody Allen and I'd like to sleep with little girls. It's like, you suck too.
Yeah, that really sucked.
They were weak.
How do you sleep at night?
We demand the most of our audience, and they will listen.
Do we have any more news? Do we have any?
We didn't even talk about Deadwood.
Oh yes, we forgot about
the audience dead, but we didn't talk about it.
Yeah, you may have killed the audience, but we're still talking about Deadwood. I loved Deadwood.
Oh, I love it too. It was one of the best shows.
I probably cried when it was canceled because that was like my favorite show at the time. I lived for that fucking show. It was like, oh shit, there's a new Deadwood. Oh.
Every time I see Ian McShane somewhere, I call him Cocksucker McGee. I have to.
All I know is it wrong? Is it wrong that I'm thinking Andre's gonna be so pissed when he hears this?
Probably.
Maybe, whatever. You can cut our heads off later.
What were you guys thinking?
Can't stand it.
I shall summon the dire wolf.
He's got that big Viking sword. I mean, geez, he's gonna have at us. You're goofing around too much.
But I hope this movie ties up all the loose ends that were left open from Deadwood and is satisfying. And unfortunately, there's some of the people that are no longer with us that aren't going to be able to be in the show, or in the movie. But we're not that far away from it. Like just over a month away. So
May 21st, I think.
31st.
Yeah.
So it'll be a good birthday present for me.
Oh yeah, they even brought back my ultimate favorite character, which was Calamity Jane from the first season.
Oh, she's in it too. I didn't see her in the trailer. I watched it twice.
She has a gun, so she's going to shoot it out with someone.
Nice.
I know.
Yeah, I watched it twice, and I'm sure there's a bunch of shit I missed. But Rob's last episode says John Q. Public.
Our last episode.
Load up.
Yeah, I want Rob to stop. I want him to stop appearing on the live streams, and we will only have him narrate the mini documentaries.
Like, you guys, what am I going to do with you? I have to dole out the punishment.
Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You might remember me from such Midnight's Edge episodes as I took over for Rob, and Rob's not here. And Rob who?
Like, we're here to present you Rob's funeral.
Thank you once again for Sonic Moon for starting that one. So,
I don't have a funeral. I don't have a funeral dirge. That is hold on, funeral.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, since it's this is let me see. This is Chopin. So, oh no, that's not it.
You are having too much fun. You are not allowed on the Disney stream.
See, that's why I said fuck Disney.
So did Disney hire like the colonel from Monty Python for having too much fun or being too silly?
I will take care of you after I am done destroying Blazing Saddles.
I can't. Let's see. Let me try this one. Hold on. Let me see. Top classical music. Is this the? That's not a funeral dirge. Where's the?
It's a New Orleans funeral dirge.
Scary is now like, I mean, yeah, Disney back in the day released a lot of weird movies, but they did sell a lot of those movies too. And next time, Midnight's Edge Z.
So Wade's right. Deadwood is a Westworld prequel.
Is it?
Maybe. I don't know.
I watched the first season of Westworld and I was like, this wasn't like the movie.
Coming from all horns, bone in, bulls.
That was the second season for me. The second season can be best summarized by Ed Harris saying, fuck, I'm in the thing.
I didn't even bother with the second season.
The second season gets so ridiculously convoluted that when I started saying, Jonathan Nolan and I believe J.J. Abrams is a part of it. There's so many mystery boxes in the first two seasons, especially that second season.
Oh God, that's just as bad storytelling.
Yeah, it gets annoying real quick.
How do you get from the prototype for Jurassic Park to the pretentious shit that was the West?
It's ironic. Season 2 becomes more like Future World.
Future World sucked.
I know. I don't know why they thought I don't know why they took inspiration from that one.
So Deadwood is just a big Truman Show?
No. Deadwood's actually a real Western. He's just being funny.
Based on real people. So that's the one good thing about being spoiled was that if you really wanted to look it up, you could just look up what happened to real people.
Not quite, because it's mixed with fictional people too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an amalgam. But it's you'd love it.
Didn't it take liberties? Didn't it take? I need to actually go back and finish it.
Well, when they killed Wild Bill, that was pretty accurate.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff it is, but
I think I made it to there. That was in like the first couple episodes, right?
Episode 5 is when they kill off Wild Bill Hickok.
Yeah, okay, I saw that one.
But like Swearingen, his character's like an amalgam and stuff. Go ahead, sorry.
I'm sorry, John Q. Public says Andre's saying Americans. Andre as he shakes his head. So, that's
what the hell?
I shall get my countrymen. They are more trustworthy.
Oh God.
Best quote ever from Ian McShane to Game of Thrones fans about spoilers. It's just tits and dragons.
He really did say that. I can see he gave away a spoiler by accident before his episode showed up, and he got really angry that people even gave a shit and said, "What the fuck, man? It's just tits and dragons. Who gives a shit?"
Tits and dragons. Is that you're talking about your aunt again?
But Deadwood is supposed to be one of the most accurate as far as like portraying the Old West.
Yeah, well, the swearing was accurate to the period.
The language, the hardship.
Nobody's showering.
Nobody showers.
People smell really bad.
If you want to have fun, look at the old Calamity Jane movie with Doris Day, and then look at her depiction on this show. It's pretty different.
Oh yeah.
They don't shy from basically making her.
Is it? There is no way I could have time indexed this.
Oh no! Just give up.
Yeah, I gave up. I gave up after Disney layoffs.
Yeah.
Oh God! What else? What else do we got to talk about?
Well, we finally mentioned my aunt because apparently she said that she would totally agree to an interview.
What people to ask her?
I think she just wants a date with Rob.
Maybe. She still has that French maid outfit. She clarified.
Oh, gee.
Giggity.
Do we need to call somebody there, Tyler, or do we need to call like Pornhub or
maybe?
I don't know. Do you need help?
I'm fine.
Okay. Are you sure?
You're not in danger in any way?
No.
Okay, then it's Pornhub, I guess. All right.
I have exclusive audio actually of Tyler Stantz her last visit. Okay.
Is that Tyler?
All right.
Patrick Olinger wants to know who our favorite Greek mythology god and Greek mythology goddess are.
My favorite Greek god is Hubanus, the god of affordable footwear.
Not Adidas.
Adidas, yes. That's even better.
Whoa,
it's Hercules, the Roman god of feces.
I mean, I don't know, to pick a favorite god is kind of but I guess my favorite story would be like the 1981 version of Clash of the Titans.
Oh yes, that's a good one. Why did the remake suck so bad?
Because it's a remake.
I know.
Because it was all CGI. And
That
they didn't release the Kraken.
Yeah. That was just a movie we're never going to be able to recapture.
All my knowledge of Greek mythology comes from the original Clash of the Titans and the video game God of War. I mean, that's
enough.
And Xena. I remember a little from Xena.
Wasn't Helen Mirren in that?
No, that's Caligula.
But Clash of the Titans, it was somebody. It was like, why?
It's Maggie Smith.
Maggie Smith, that was it.
Maggie Smith, yeah.
And Burgess Meredith, who can forget? Oh, and Ursula Andress, that was your favorite one too, Rob.
Well, when at least he said you're going to eat thunder and crap lightning, he meant it this time.
Giggity.
To answer the question, I guess my favorite Greek god would probably be Poseidon, and then goddess would be Athena. Cheating, easy I know, but you know.
Zeus is pretty cool.
Oh, Zeus is pretty great.
He's like the head of the head.
Athena had an owl.
She also screwed over Medusa too. She was kind of awful when you think about it. They all were kind of awful.
They're all. Yeah, where's Professor Geek? He knows. He's the mythology expert.
Oh yeah, my favorite story about that was like I had a teacher that was telling me, technically why Medusa got screwed over is because she got like raped in her own temple, and then the guys went, "It's all your fault," and turned into a monster. So they're all kind of assholes.
Yeah, they were. All you got to do is watch Clash of the Titans to know that shit.
Oh yeah,
they're a bunch of biased jerks, and they're like a bunch of fighting teenage brothers and sisters. It's crazy.
They're like stepping on ants, and we're the ants. They don't care.
Saturn ate his kids. I love what Stanley said about Thor. He goes, he wanted to create a character that was different. And he said Roman gods, the Greek gods, we've seen enough of them. Then he got to the Norse gods, which nobody knew too well. And he stumbled upon Thor, the god of thunder, and he had a great weapon that was a hammer. He goes, I really lucked out because what if it was a screwdriver? Jeez, that would have worked out pretty well.
I love Stanley, but you do realize that like 99% of that story is probably bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a great story though.
I know, because he's a good storyteller.
Oh yeah,
because the truth is more boring.
That was his job. He was a storyteller.
I'm not trying to take anything away from the man, but I'm just saying.
No, we loved Stan.
The 99% of his stories are bullshit.
Like if he's your grandpa. Oh, grandpa, there you go again with your story.
He's like Big Fish.
Great. The great part, one of the great things with Stan Lee though was at the very last episode of Spider-Man, the animated series, where Spider-Man goes into our reality. You know, there's all the different Spider-Men from all different realities, and he meets Stan Lee, and he stays like, Spider-Man, what are you doing here? he goes, I'm the Spider-Man from the reality where I'm real, and he's just like. And he takes Stan web slinging with him, so that was actually a really nice touch. Spider-Man,
in reality, he'd be like security.
Oh yeah, there's some nutcase in a Spider-Man costume here. So
sue his ass.
He
was fun in the Spider-Man games when he showed up.
Stan,
yeah, he was in a couple of them.
He was the voiceover in the first Spider-Man game.
Yeah, even as late as like Amazing Spider-Man 2 on like the Xbox 360, he was like the comic book sales store guy you get your upgrades from.
Was he in the new Spider-Man game from Insomniac? I don't know.
I want to say yes.
I want to say yes.
Let me check.
Yeah, it would be Spider-Man. So I hope so.
Yes.
Well, I don't remember. Let's see. I don't remember. Oh, there it is. There he is.
Stanley becomes Spider-Man apparently in one scene.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember it. Stan. We miss you, Stan. We miss you. He was a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No,
I
one of a
remember
kind.
one
Never
night
be
in
another.
Tijuana when I was with 12 whores, and I started thinking, God, I am the strongest man alive. That's how I came up with the idea for the Hulk. No, I don't know.
The best one was the interview where he was talking about his cameo in Deadpool, and he went, "I really hated that cameo because I wasn't actually in a strip club."
And no, Stan Lee was not the Watcher. He was not the Watcher in those movies.
And I know The Simpsons went downhill, but he had a really good cameo in The Simpsons once.
Yes, he did. He did.
I think everybody but me and Rob have.
I know, yeah.
I haven't been on either.
Oh yeah, and Mecca has been on The Simpsons. Yeah, I bet Doomcock will be on The Simpsons before we are.
Oh, I bet you. He's gonna show up as like Overlord to destroy Springfield for like one episode.
They'll refer us to an like the internet overlord or something. Oh, this is actually interesting. Can I? Well, I'm a big fan of David Letterman.
Me too.
David Letterman. Yeah, let's do this story because like I said, I'd like to do some kind of other news. Letterman told Ellen DeGeneres that he stayed too late at the Late Show. Pardon me. Nobody had the guts to fire me. As Jay Leno bemoans the politically one-sided meanness of today's late-night comedy landscape, a stance all but impossible to take seriously after John Oliver's brilliant debunking, his former rival for wee hour dominance is having some reflections of his own, specifically David Letterman. Thinks he stuck around too long. Because I actually got some comments about this. On today's Ellen DeGeneres show, Letterman says he now believes he should have retired 6 years earlier than he did. The former host of CBS's Late Show called it quits in 2015. Watch the clip above. Here's a mistake I made. I can't really do Letterman. Here's a mistake I made. A serious for a bit. Letterman tells DeGeneres, I stayed on television way too long. That's not true, Ellen interjects. Yes, it's true. And I'll tell you what happened. Turns out nobody had the guts to fire me. I should have left 10 years ago. After praising DeGeneres' energy for exploring life and projects outside TV, and Letterman says he didn't have that energy. All I cared about was myself. And then the show was gone. I had to realize, I've been looking through the wrong end of the telescope. There's more than life then. So tell me about your pet beaver. Who was the guest? Ellen laughs, laughingly demands. Watch a clip, find out the answer. Okay. Letterman's appearance on Ellen. Okay, blah, blah, blah. And a bonus clip, blah, blah. Okay, yeah. Letterman... Here's the thing about Letterman, okay? Letterman was not this elder statesman of late night television that people paint him out to be. Letterman was a goofy guy from Indianapolis, from Indiana. For God's sake, he used to throw watermelons off the roof off a roof of a building. He did a bit where he threw a stuffed Wile E. Coyote off the roof.
Oh, remember the best skit he ever did? It was he went around New York looking for a light bulb store and then asked for a lamp, but then went to a lamp store and asked for light bulbs just to mess with people.
Yeah. He's where would I go? Now, what do you sell here? Just bulbs. Now, where would I go to get a lampshade? You go to Just Shades. You go down Just Shades. He sent the guy dressed as a bear into the Russian tea room. Like I said, yeah, he like I say, he wasn't some sophisticado.
Oh no, one of his top 10 lists was like things you don't want to hear on a plane, and number one was, everyone, I'm giving the wheel over to Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. actually replayed the interview he did for Civil War today on Howard Stern.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, it was really good.
Didn't Howard doing another movie or book?
Howard,
I think it was he was saying he's doing a book.
A book of interviews. Yeah,
yeah, that
which is already it's not released until May, but it's already #1 on Amazon's bestseller list.
Oh my god, really? That quick?
Yes,
I believe it. His books would sell like hotcakes.
It's been a while.
I read Private Parts. It was riveting. There's literally a laugh a page. And I read Miss America. Couldn't put it, one of the few books I couldn't put down because I was actually interested in the material. Yeah, you're making us read Ethan Frome. Yeah, what a waste of ink. See that? Yeah. But anyway.
About Letterman.
But like I said, Letterman got out at that time because here's the problem with late night TV. Nobody wants to do a show anymore. This is partly Fallon's fault. And unfortunately, Fallon is kind of, I don't want to say he's fallen out of favor, but Fallon can't do the political stuff.
He's Fallon.
He's Fallon, yeah. Fallon is, somebody called him the prom king of comedy.
Mm-hmm.
It's people watch Fallon. They say, look, and they like the kid at the talent show. Look, Jimmy's dancing. And what they want Fallon is good at cutting the show up into 5-minute segments that you could put on YouTube that they can get 1.5 million views each. Letterman did an entire show. He did an entire 40 minutes, 45 minutes, or 44 minutes. But he did it in a way that there was always a context to everything. You would have there was the girl outside. I can't remember what she was a snowboarder. They said the snowboard ramp for her, and she wound up like breaking her nose some one time. But you have to tune in at the beginning, and you would have to stay tuned in to see how that would pan out. I mean, there was always something, and there was always an irreverence to Letterman's show. Like you don't know what he would do. There was unpredictability to him. You didn't know what he was going to be doing next. I was watching the night Drew Barrymore jumped on the desk and flashed him. I was watching that night. I am not going to forget.
Me too.
Yeah, you were?
Yeah, I watched that night.
Yeah, I was too.
Me too.
I remember the night that Madonna gave him her panties too.
Yes. Yeah, well, good to know. I wasn't alone then. And like I said,
better Drew Barrymore, not Madonna.
But like I said,
no, Madonna gave him her panties.
That was the thing, though, with Letterman. Is like I said, you could watch it and feel like you were going to see something special. Fallon just like, oh, Jimmy's going to dance tonight. Jimmy's dancing. It's. I don't want to say it's banal, but I mean, there's sort of a predictability. Yeah, okay. They play beanbag toss and they do karaoke or whatever, but it's like you said, it's all fairly boilerplate stuff.
Because I didn't watch the Drew Barrymore thing live because I must have replayed that one of those days.
Yeah, like I said, I remember the first time I saw Sheryl Crow. I remember the first time I saw Sheryl Crow was on with Letterman, and my friend of mine actually got a job working as a roadie for her. And unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to meet her backstage, but I would like to have told her that the first time I ever saw you on television was you were on with Letterman, and I was watching with with your stage manager, and who knew that 15 years later I would be here backstage, and can't be working for you, and I'd be back here backstage telling you this story because that would have been the way I would have told her. But anyway, so I digress. But
you wouldn't have told her you loved her Bond song?
Yeah, I did like her Bond song.
I like it too.
Idris Elba's going to sing the Bond song. So Idris Elba's going to star in every movie through 2025.
Idris Elba starring as Shirley Bassey in Bond.
Mm-hmm. We were talking about HBO movies earlier with Deadwood. One of my favorite HBO movies is The Late Shift. Do you guys know what that one is?
Yeah.
Yes. The battle between Letterman and Jay Leno.
That's why with that John Oliver bit, I definitely clapped when he said, "Man, fuck Jay Leno," because like, yeah, fuck Jay Leno, screwed over Conan, really messed with Letterman, screw him.
Well, I'm just a comedian. I just got a show here. I'm trying to be. I'm a nice guy. I'm doing my thing, and but I really don't do a good Leno. Leno.
Go back to your car collection, you cocksucker.
I got all these cars. My wife, she doesn't like these cars. It's we don't have any kids, so I gotta have cars.
Weird fact: he actually apparently assisted with Mary Poppins too. Yeah, apparently they needed a specific car for like one scene, and they're like, "Oh, let's get Jay." And of course, he had it.
Well, there's a lot of that happens. A lot of times what they do is they have car clubs. They contact car clubs that specialize in, the collectors. They specialize in like 60s or 40s, whatever. And then they say, can we, we use these cars, and they're insured, and they're whatever, so in case something happens to them. You're dealing with a 50-year-old car, when if you're dealing like something takes place in the 60s, it's a 50, 60-year-old car now.
I got a segue here though. Yeah, I know somebody who probably won't get anything lent to him anytime soon, and that's Quentin Tarantino. Did you see the preview though for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I sure did.
No, what happened?
Oh, it looks amazing.
It looks so good. I'm sorry I even had any doubts toward because the subject matter is definitely a little bit less funny than usual, but you'll make it work.
Correctamundo.
Bruce Lee's in it. Bruce Lee's in it.
Yeah, that's the funniest part.
You're a smart motherfucker. That's right.
And Sammy's probably got a cameo in there somewhere.
Probably. But yeah, I didn't see it. I'll have to watch it. Somebody said actually, but last thing about Jay Leno, and there were a lot of people that were saying that Jay Leno and Tim Allen should host Top Gear. Should host an American version of Top Gear. And I tried telling everybody, anybody who would say that Jay Leno and Tim Allen are not going to host a car show on basic cable.
No,
they're not going to do it. Oh, but they should totally get them. They're not going to do it. Their salary demands alone would not permit them. Just even if they took scale, they would not do it.
I would like to see Clarkson and Leno just so they could get in a fist fight.
That'd be cool.
Leno was on the old
bastard.
Leno was on the old show a couple times. James May interviewed him. Clarky was in the studio. So yeah. So his American chat show legend Jay Leno. So he's like, this is my favorite show. It's on BBC America. It's like, James, he was with James, and they cut it out of the some of the reruns, and they cut it out online. Jay Leno was talking to James May about the hydrogen car that Honda had built, the Honda Clarity. And one of the things he said about the Honda Clarity, he says, James says, that the Toyota Prius is a fashion statement. He goes, yeah, the Toyota Prius has the moral superiority. See, that's the thing about America. We'd like to tell everybody about all the good work we're doing anonymously. Yes, we like to say to everybody, I'm saving the planet by driving an ugly car. So that's pretty much, that's Americans are like that. Yeah, we like to tell everybody about all the good work we do anonymously. Yeah.
Here we go, Rob. Here's the best part of the trailer.
My hands are registered as lethal weapons. We get into a fight, I accidentally kill you. I go to jail.
Anybody accidentally kills anybody in a fight, they go to jail. It's called manslaughter.
Hey, you would like Tarantino? Just give him a shot. Come on.
That was Brad Pitt with it. Yeah,
that's good. I like that. I do like that. I saw what did I like I said, I saw Kill Bill. It's just like, you know what?
You like Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction.
I still haven't seen that. You'd probably actually like Jackie Brown, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Or Hateful Eight.
Hateful. The Netflix is on the 25th is actually coming, and it's the extended version.
70mm, yeah. 70mm version.
I'm excited for that.
Yes.
I'll make an effort to watch Pulp Fiction.
Yeah,
I will make an effort. I will make an effort to watch Pulp
You almost got to
Fiction.
start with Reservoir Dogs, though.
Yeah, that one is better. I like that one better.
I don't know
It's
if
a
it's
little
better,
bit
but they're both really good.
Well,
Yeah.
just my opinion, I prefer it.
It's a little more straightforward and easier to kind of get into the idea of how Pulp Fiction is going to work.
Hayden White, I don't think he'd like Inglourious Bastards if he didn't like Kill Bill that much. I'm just saying.
Then again, he might, because that's like his funniest one.
Maybe. If you like killing Nazis.
That was almost like a straight up comedy in some parts.
It is in many ways.
So, are you Chinese or Japanese?
I actually like Inglourious Bastards quite a bit.
I do too.
I need to see that one. I've actually not
You
seen
haven't
that
seen
one.
that one? Oh, that one's good.
None of his
Or
films
Hateful
I actually
Eight.
hate.
I haven't seen Hateful Eight.
Oh, Hateful
either.
Eight's great.
I need to see that one too.
Have you seen Rogue One yet, Mecca?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, like the beginning of Rogue One feels like it's ripped off directly from that movie.
Mm-hmm. No question.
God, Rogue One. Rogue One. I only saw Rogue One once.
It's still my favorite of the Disney movies.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it. I don't know if I'd like it as much knowing a lot more about.
It helps that the last third is some of the best Star Wars action in the series.
Yeah.
It does.
Even sorry, Rob.
I'm not. Go ahead, because I was just about to say Rogue One kind of feels like fan fiction though.
It
Well, I
does.
love Rogue One. Don't get me wrong. And in my review for it, because I think that was even before it was part of Midnight's Edge, I think I even put Star Wars and Inglourious Bastards, a Star Wars story. That's what it was.
Pretty much.
They are a very similar movie if you really break them down.
They really are, yeah. Though if it had been Hans Landa as the villain, that'd be even more fun than Ben Mendelsohn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does feel like a fan film though.
Yeah, Han Solo feels like an even worse fan film then.
Yes. Oh yeah. And you know what? Let me tell you, Captain Marvel feels like a fan film.
Yeah, Captain Marvel has a lot of. Oh, by the way, I never even mentioned here. I have seen Captain Marvel. I agree with all you people. It's like freaking Solo down to Avengers was her plane. Man, I so hate. I'm so unhappy that they fucked over Haley Atwell. How dare you? How dare you fuck over Peggy Carter?
Hey, let's connect all these dots that don't need connecting.
No, seriously, like the eye with the cat. Jesus Christ, that's on par with your name is Han Solo.
Yep. Yeah, it is. It is. It is stupid.
Yes,
as stupid as Solo.
Oh, Mecca. There's a couple. There's a Hammer Vector Flying V on Reverb. You might like.
I love Flying V's.
Yeah, and actually they're relatively affordable.
Yeah, depends on which ones you get.
We're talking about Tarantino though. A little bit.
The Hammer. I'm sorry. The Hammer Vector V's. Yeah, granted they're made probably in Korea or China or whatever, but at the same time, it's the Hammers are still a pretty good guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So glad you agree with me.
What were you saying?
I was gonna say about with the new movie by Tarantino. I'm like, oh, the trailer's a lot of fun and it seems quippy and actiony, but the fact that it's about Sharon Tate does kind of make me go, oh, how's this gonna end?
Well, you know how it's gonna end.
Oh yeah, but I'm like, how far is he gonna go and how?
Tarantino always finds that way. I too was kind of like, I don't know about this when I first heard about it, but after seeing that trailer, I kind of see what he's doing now, so I'm on board.
I do too, and I'm just curious because I'm like, I'm sure someone will get offended.
Patrick Ollinger, he should help John Travolta with another comeback. Why?
Oh my
god! Oh my god! Like this guy, this is like, he's gonna the Deadpool, like what's going on? Everything's like superheroes or something,
So who would the modern day equivalent of John Travolta be that needs a comeback?
Tom Cruise.
No, he's doing fine.
Like a TV star.
Oh my god.
Well,
my god.
It was Burt Reynolds before he died.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm gonna like kiss her and stuff. I'm gonna like do stuff to her.
Bruce Willis needs to come back fast.
Anyone from Friends need a comeback or
Tom Selleck? No, Tom Selleck's got a show right now on CBS, don't he?
David Schwimmer. that's
no one cares about David
Please
Schwimmer.
don't. Please don't. Good God.
I'd
I'd love
Bruce
to
Willis' big. Sorry.
Go ahead. No.
I was saying Bruce Willis' biggest movie was Glass, and he slept through half the movie.
I'd love to see like the actors that I haven't seen in like a Tarantino movie that I think would just be awesome would be like Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, he needs to come back so badly.
Tournament's still on.
I did say Michael Keaton for the longest time, and he tried for Michael with well, he helped him out a little bit with Jackie Brown because they use the same characters Out of Sight because they're based on the same series of books. That's another cool thing that's kind of weird. Because Soderbergh, didn't he direct that one, Out of Sight?
Yeah, I think so.
George Clooney. Who wrote the books? God damn it.
Elmore Leonard.
Elmore Leonard books. Yeah.
Which fun fact, Elmore Leonard's popular TV show Justified has 2 actors in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the guy playing Charles Manson and Timothy Oliphant.
Cool. But anyway, the neat thing is about Jackie Brown and Out of Sight is Michael Keaton plays the same part in both movies. So they're like kind of quasi sequels to each other in a way because they're based on the same book series by Elmore Leonard or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But one's directed by Tarantino and the other one's directed by Soderbergh. They're both great movies. You ever seen Out of Sight, Rob? With George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez? Your brother's seen it. It's got J-Lo in it.
Oh, yeah. He's seen it, yeah. His favorite actress. No, actually, I haven't seen it.
Good movie, too. So, yeah, I'd recommend those together.
You will be proud of me, Tom. Critters came up during trivia.
What was the question?
No, it was a picture round of famous aliens, and one of them was the critter.
I sat through that shit last night. Oh my God, was that bad?
I haven't even gotten through it yet. Okay. I gave up.
Detail everybody about your experience with watching this new Critters series. Just
I'll try not to get into spoilers.
Who cares?
Like the first 5 episodes are not bad because the first couple episodes you're like getting past the whole this is cheesy and cheap, but then I just kept reminding myself this was made for a very cheap streaming service. Okay, so they had probably 10 cents in bubblegum to spend on this thing. So it finds a way to kind of charm you a little bit after a while, and then all of a sudden they take like 6 left turns to stupidity. Like just stupidity. Like, I don't know where they got this idea for this plot from, but it was just dumb. Anyway, after that point, the whole thing just goes downhill. So, and I think it was meant to be shown in scope or Panavision, like cropped off, because there's shit you can see at the bottom of the screen that I don't think they're trying to let you see because it makes it look even worse. Like the puppet's feet just flopping around. Like if it was cropped off, you wouldn't see that. Get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like when you watch old VHS from back in the day when they used to just open up the mat from when, and you're not supposed to see like the microphone boom mic or the actor's supposed to be naked and they're obviously wearing underwear or some kind of, whatever. Yeah. That kind of a thing.
Oh God.
You said you got used to the fact that the Chiodo brothers weren't involved. I never did.
I never really got used to that. I got just kind of used to the idea of it was going to be a little bit different, and it did kind of make me laugh at a few points, and I was kind of just, the characters were starting to grow on me a little bit, and then all of a sudden that left turn. I don't know if you've gotten to episode.
I got to episode 6 and I gave up.
Yeah, that's the one most people, and that you're not missing anything after that. It just gets dumber from there. And because at first I kind of dug some of the goofiness of it, and they do take it like full R rating now instead of the PG-13. And at first, I'm like, oh, no. I thought, since it was going to be on IO9 and stuff, I'm like, they can't eat people. Because that was one of the goofy things at first. They're not supposed to eat people. So I'm like, they're going to make this like a PG kind of thing for kids. And it got real goofy at first. So I'm like, oh, no. Well, then you can tell they like, no, that ain't going to be the truth. It's going to be full on like F words and critters eating everybody and blood and guts everywhere and everything. It didn't take me long to figure that one out. So I'm like, all right, okay. But anyhow, it just was not very good.
No.
I'm very sad. I hope to gosh that this sci-fi Critters is supposed to be a sequel as far as I know.
The Chiodos are back.
Yeah, I heard the rumor that D. Wallace Stone's supposed to make an appearance in it, so
Oh, nice.
Be nice if they could have got Scott Grimes to make an appearance.
Yeah. I think he's a little busy, right?
You know,
He's got some show.
He's not coming on. He's not going to be out by 5 o'clock.
Well, it should be in between filming because they're filming it right now.
It'd be great if there's an episode of the Orville where it's like, shit, these critters are messing with me.
Remember he's going to be busy. He took a job as a test pilot.
Exactly. Oh God. So we can't tell you. Don't watch the Orville.
Don't want to know.
I'm gonna slap you, Rob.
Tugging on the heartstrings, though. It tugs on the. That's all we'll have to say. It really does. It tugs on the heartstrings.
Unlike STD, which is tugs.
I have to wait till tomorrow to watch it. Damn it, Rob.
Me too. I'm done with work tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it.
You better cut it out right now, or I'll pound you.
Pound me too. Pound me too.
Speaking of pounding, like Aki, I saw a story earlier, and I gotta talk about this. The plot for the second Forrest Gump movie apparently came out today. Oh my god.
Oh god, I didn't even know that existed.
Why?
I knew the sequel book existed.
I knew
I knew they were going to make a sequel, but I did not know there was a completely different script that was more batshit crazy than the actual book sequel until today.
Oh yeah, like and the sequel book, which was kind of like one of those "fuck you, I hate the movie" sort of sequels, already had crazy stuff like.
What's his name? Winston Groom.
Winston Groom.
Yeah, the original Forrest Gump book is way different than the movie in a sense. And Forrest Gump isn't like this idiot savant. It's just more or less he's lucky, kind of more or less in a sense, and just like okay, perfect example is this one bit in the book. He's with a friend in college and they get flat tire, and when the friend's fixing the tire, he loses one of the nuts down into the sewer drain or something like that. And he gets all pissed off and Forrest's like, well, why don't you just take one bolt off of each tire and put that one and just have 3 bolts on every tire? And his friend got pissed and punches him because he was smarter than him at that moment. And that's kind of like a good example of what the whole book is like.
It's more like being there than, Forrest Gump.
Yeah, it's like he just happens to have the right answer or whatever it is, or just his philosophy. And the whole the box of chocolates thing is different in the book, and it's not the same kind of
story. He
goes
goes to space also at one point.
Yeah, it's different.
So
I mean, I love the movie.
Oh yeah, it's a good movie.
The book is different. So yeah, then he wrote this sequel novel that was like Tyler was saying, basically kind of a fuck you to the movie in a lot of ways, because it even has Forrest, I believe, in one part of the sequel novel, if I remember, because it's been so long, where they make fun of Tom Hanks when he was on the Oscars with David Letterman. But instead of Tom Hanks being on the Oscars with David Letterman, isn't it Forrest Gump? And then like later you were telling me that like, because then he runs into Tom Hanks in a diner or something like that in another part. And I remember that too, because he's like, Tom Hanks is all cynical and pissed because his life has just turned to shit or whatever. He's sick
Tom Hanks an asshole, yeah.
Yeah, so that was bad enough.
Yeah, and then the plot of that one's even crazier because, like, apparently he creates new coke. He causes the X1 Valdez accident. He captures Saddam at one point. It's crazy.
But it's crazy. It's crazy, but at least it's a little more lighthearted than what they were going to do.
Oh my god!
So Tyler, tell them real quick what this original script, because it was turned in a script, right?
Yeah,
it was a
turned in script somewhere. It would have been about like poor Forrest Jr. having AIDS and like him being segregated on the bus to school because no one wants to be with the AIDS kids. This is already fun, I know. And then like let me get this stuff the page here again. But
so Philadelphia,
with Tom Hanks, ironically enough. Damn it. I believe there's also a point where he's dancing with Princess Diane right before she dies.
Yeah, and then he's dating a woman, and yeah, this is the next part that reminded me.
No, OJ. He's apparently gets in like OJ's car when he's driving down the road.
Yeah. So he's in the infamous chase. He's supposed to be.
Mom. Yeah. Gee, Mr. Simpson, you got an awful lot of police chasing you. You must have did something really bad.
Blood back here, sir. Were you hunting?
And then like apparently he becomes like friends with like a Native American like ranch, and he becomes like a card dealer, and he becomes friends with this nurse lady, and then he goes to meet her, and then the freaking building explodes because it was the Oklahoma City bombing.
Yeah, she works at the Oklahoma City.
This sounds like fan fiction of like the news in the 90s.
It's real because I read the article too, and it's the writer was talking about this, the writer of the script. And Robert Zemeckis was involved with this too. And I think this is where I was right. I said this the other day on the Facebook group. I'm like, seems like after Forrest Gump, Robert Zemeckis lost his fucking mind.
Sure did.
He just hasn't made a good movie since. And yeah, and then so it's just like I could see that like OJC is like, yeah, there's all kinds of blood back here. So were you hunting? Yes. What were you hunting? I like to hunt deer and rabbits. I was hunting white bitches.
I could kind of see that working, but Oklahoma City, I'm like, that would have been like a few years after it happened. I'm like, oh god,
yeah, it's too dark. Well, ironically, it was the writer said that he turned it in on September 10th, 2001.
Oh no!
And September 11th, of course, was the next day, and because of that, it just got shuffled and forgotten about. So
until now, apparently.
Oh no.
What the third one would have been? It's like, oh well, Forrest takes piloting lessons and he runs into a few Arab guys that just want to talk to him.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh no!
Like, I wanted to talk to him.
You fellas want to fly to New York City, but you don't want to land? Oh, that's mighty peculiar, isn't it?
If you ask me, the best way to blow up a building would be to fly a plane directly into it. But that's just me.
And then he moved to Hollywood and got a job as a producer on Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah. Well, that's how bad that sequel sounds, you know. I mean, good God. Even before September 11th. Jesus.
Y'all maybe want to make sure you hire the most diverse actresses you can find. And make sure you highlight the one that act like a plank of wood.
Reading that plot description made me very much empathize with Cecil B. Demented.
Oh man.
I always do anyway.
Well, it's a perfect example of where we've gotten to in Hollywood. And before anybody like hates me for that last little bit with Forrest, I was trying to make a joke and a point about, that's how Forrest always interacted with history. It's like that's how they probably would have had him interacting with 9/11. That's how bad that is. And that script sounds like it's just these horrible sequels that we've gotten over the years out of Hollywood. Ugh.
What else would he have done in the 90s that would have been terrible? Would he have been friends with, like, I don't know, Kenneth Lay at Enron? Saying, take the people's money.
He probably would have managed to do something with David Koresh, probably.
Oh my god. You're like, I saw some nice guy with glasses at a compound, and he said to get some guns, and I told him to do so. And then the people showed up.
No, he asked me where can you get some guns. I told him there was a sporting goods store right down the road. It said all the guns you want.
Somebody
big guns, little guns. And they said to me, well, won't they? He said to me, won't the government be suspicious? He said, nah, the government don't get no suspicious. You just ask the man real nice that he'd let you go. It's just, that's that kind of thing,
No, it would be even worse. He would have been like, he run into Jim Jones. He's like, I want you to go round up some people. Like, I can do that.
Oh, into Jim Jones. Y'all got these. I'll get these big coolers. Makes lots of Kool-Aid for you people. You're going to have enough Kool-Aid for about 1,000 people. Yeah, that's
a good thing they ran out of Kool-Aid before I got to it. You helped for Milli Vanilli.
Yeah.
Here, these guys can sing, but they're ugly. And these guys here are good looking and they can't sing.
Oh, no, the worst. Sorry.
The best idea would be to have them to lip sync to them guys' music.
No, even worse one would have been like he became a substitute teacher and he's just moving around trying to help kids. And then he moves to Columbine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
There were a couple boys who said they went to school here. They were late for class, so I buzzed them in. Little did I know them boys was in something called the Trenchcoat Mafia. They didn't look like no Italians.
And this is literally about as good as
that young boy, Stephen Urkel, he done snuck into that girl's bedroom late at night. And his daddy got out his gun. And he shot that young boy, Steve Urkel.
Now do it again if I gotta.
Must be hard having a daughter.
I don't know. I don't know where the fuck she went. She went upstairs and disappeared.
That nice policeman had to move out to L.A. Start a whole new life for himself.
His wife disappeared too. I'm starting to think that Carl was a fucking serial killer.
Sometime later, that nice policeman, he had to help another nice policeman who was stuck in the Nakatomi Plaza.
Speaking of serial killers, and I say it's because you're a big fan of Time After Time, they might have figured out who Jack the Ripper was.
Again?
The DNA evidence, I meant.
After all this time?
Yeah, like DNA evidence on like a shawl. Apparently they found out who it was, and it was some guy that I think everyone says it might have been.
You're a naughty one. Saucy Jack.
Well, I remember it was a barber. It was so we can have a demon barber Fleet Street for real now.
Yeah, I seen that article too. Yeah, it's the same one that they had a book about a few years back, but a bunch of scientists and
Patricia Cornwell, the writer, was.
No, it's not her. It's before that.
Well, they were all pissed off because he didn't really explain the testing procedures well enough, but now they actually had like
peer reviews.
Jay Arnold, Gump caused the 3 Mile Island accident. There was all these Russian boys. They were all talking real frantic like. Said that we had to get out the area because there was going to be something called a meltdown.
He kind of does that in the actual sequel book.
Really?
Like apparently he creates new coke and then like the facility blows up because he made a mistake and then he gets sent to like some sort of a Christian like summer camp and apparently he beats the shit out of John Hinckley Jr.
That young man who shot the president, he had a thing for Jodie Foster.
No, really.
Sorry. He made it so that she didn't like boys no more.
And then he becomes a Wall Street like broker, and he gets arrested and beat up by Rudy Giuliani at one point.
Sometime later, some other guy he shot buckwheat on Saturday Night Live.
That same man who beat me up and arrested me, he got beat up and arrested some years later about Russia or some such.
There was this man, this big loud fat man who had bad hair. He went on to become president of the United States.
Breath smelled like Big Macs.
He didn't know how to run no business. He's always yelling about how he had no money. I don't know how he became president.
I don't know how I keep meeting presidents, but I do.
How weird is it that Harold and Kumar 2 is more tasteful than the script for Forrest Gump 2?
Well, that one's about weed, and weed is wholesome.
Yeah.
Sometime later, that nice young man wrote a script for a movie called Harold and Kumar 2. It didn't get made though.
Guantanamo Bay.
With W.
Yeah. They were all them brown fellas, all stacked up naked, like they was forming a cheerleading pyramid.
There was this nice president everybody called W. I liked him. He was a Southern boy, and he wanted to start a war or some such. He didn't know how to do it, so I said, "Why don't you just tell them they got weapons of mass destruction or something?" And he did.
Then the army, they went into Iraq.
They went into Iraq, and I captured single-handedly Osama's bin Laden.
And then they told me to give him back.
Then the army went to Iraq, and then all of a sudden, all them fellas just started surrendering, just like that. They're walking up with their hands like they all scored a touchdown.
Actually, that was the plot in the second book. I think he becomes a member of the Saints.
Sometime later, I'm going to go play football for that team down in New Orleans called the Saints. That boy, Drew Brees, he was nice. He was a nice young man. He threw me the ball. I scored a touchdown. That was just after a big flood that happened. I was out fishing out back, and my hook got stuck in the levee. So I pulled, and all of a sudden, all the water come out the levee.
Wade Smalling #blame Forrest.
So is Forrest Gump like the anti-Mikey Spock then?
Yeah, the dumbass that makes everything worse. Yeah.
Well, actually, no, they're about the same, right? Because she's just more arrogant than he is, but she's about as stupid.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. That Mikey Spock, she done start the wall. She killed that Klingon fella on top of the ship. He was like he carried a torch or something. But then they got that Klingon fella, and then they put his brain in another Klingon fella's body.
They eat them other people just like shrimp.
Oh, that's a great idea for that's a great idea for animated segment. STD as told by Forrest Gump.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That nice young Captain Pike, he came on board the Discovery, but then he had to explain to Mikey Spock why she couldn't do that. Mikey Spock said,
man.
He was a golfer, man. He was a good man. But then that Tyler Vaught guy, he done snapped that nice gay doctor's neck for no good reason. Must be hard being a gay doctor. I thought that was gonna be funnier. What's up?
Yeah, me too.
No, I need you to laugh because I need your approval.
I laugh at everything though.
That redhead girl with the big titties, she real nice. She done jiggle, that titties jiggle up and down. Reminds me of big old cow udders.
Do a giant box of candy in her chest.
She got a potty mouth just like Jenny.
Yeah, she had the nice blue eyes, the big titties. But then there's that other girl. She got the implant over her eye. No one knows her name. She done lost her eye because of something Mikey Spock done. That Mikey Spock is bad news. Nobody likes that Mikey Spock.
Except everyone on the ship, apparently.
She done messed up real bad. Started a wall, killed lots of people.
There's that Saru fella who looks like shrimp, and people eat them.
I bet they're delicious.
I heard them shrimp fellas are really good eating.
You can make them in barbecue and shrimp scampi and shrimp soup and shrimp kebabs.
Shrimp salad, shrimp cakes, shrimp puffs, Count Shrimpula cereal.
Count Shrimpula
Friendly Miss
cereal?
Hitler. Can't forget Friendly Miss Hitler.
Oh yeah. Oh, that Chinese lady, she done been another Hitler, wasn't she?
Oh my gosh.
She had that big old coat on. Looked like she needed like 3 or 4 people to get into that coat.
It's like you've been memed again, Rob.
I've been memeing. That dumb fellow, Robot Shlomo, he's a nice boy, isn't he? He talk a lot about the Star Treks. He talk about the Star Trek. Yeah. He don't like the Star Trek. He real upset though when that Mikey Spock was on the show. I don't know why. She just simple folk like Forrest Gump is. That Mikey Spock. She seemed to know everything better than everyone else. I don't know why people don't like her. Usually when you smart people like you, but not Mikey Spock. All right, jump in anytime.
What is it, like Ilsa She-Wolf of Disney now?
I'm not a smart man, but I know that Mikey Spock is pretty dumb.
She don't share a cabin with that special girl. You know, the one with the big titties. Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah, the redhead with the big cheese.
I just hope they're not how you call them, Lebanons. That would be real disappointing because I needed someone to spend time with after Jenny had gotten the AIDS.
Jenny was Lebanon in college for a while.
Yeah, she was Lebanoning until graduation. That's what they call it.
Oh, that was a weird part of the second book. Apparently, like, the ghost of Jenny talks to him every 10 minutes saying, you're screwed up, Forrest. Your fault.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Forrest, it's all my fault, isn't it?
Yeah, and he also apparently helps the girl escape from East Germany and then becomes friends with Hillary Clinton at Whitewater. I'm not even making any of this stuff up, I swear.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes, I should have brought that up earlier. Yeah.
That Hillary Clinton, I didn't like her much. That fella Ken Starr, she did something bad to him. There was something about White Waters. I don't know what, but the government all looked into that, couldn't find nothing. Then she decided to run for president and lost to a big fat fellow who liked cheeseburgers with bad hair. Must be hard being a wife of a president. That's just we got. Yeah, this is for what we got to call it. Forest Trek, Gump Trek.
Gump Trek. There we go. Forest Trek.
That was that gay fella who kept plugging himself into the engine, and he got crazy.
So you can still use my little short bus trek.
And then we brought in that hot girl to eat a hamburger, and I didn't get why, but some people did.
Yes, apparently that hot girl who had the hamburger, she served as the first officer for that nice young Captain Pike. I don't know why they want to leave that ship. If she was on that ship, I wouldn't want to go nowhere either. Don't forget the X-Men. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the X-Men. Let's throw them all in tonight before we all die.
Now, that gay doctor, he had been in a gay relationship with the other gay guy that they kept plugging into what they call it, the magic mushroom chamber.
I had a mushroom once in college. It almost turned me lemon on.
Yes, it did. It must be hard being gay doctors. Yeah. I love me some
space, no less.
Then that Mikey Spock, her brother, real Spock, came out, but no one liked that new real Spock. They call him Pekka Spock for some reason. I don't know why. He don't look like that fellow who was in that band with that nice young Beatle. What was his name? The one that got shot. Must be hard being in a band.
Dimebag Darrell?
No,
the Monkees.
No, that other fellow. That other fellow. You know, he married to that Asian wife. She always screaming on stage. Never make no dang sense at all.
80, you don't like that. What's the matter, Sadie? What?
Yoko being dad.
Doggy.
That dog. Your dog sure is nice. You gotta be nice to that. You gotta feed that doggy feed him real good.
Gave her a treat. What do you want?
Maybe have to go outside and let her pay. Dogs gotta pay every once in a while.
While you were talking.
My Forrest Gump impression is lapsing to Stewie. I really don't know how to do a good Forrest Gump impression. Rob +1. That young boss Stu. That boss Stu has got that big old head of his, don't he? I don't know why that baby got such a big head. He talks like one of them dang old limeys, doesn't he? Must be hard being a baby now.
You keep trying to turn him into Boomhauer.
That dang old man, that dang old baby man, got a big old head, got a big old talk like that Rex Everson, man. Just find out later, man. Yeah. All right. Okay. I think we're coming up.
Sufficiently gone off the rails. Yeah.
I have to ask, if they actually had filmed that scene where they're trying to do Oklahoma City, what the hell would that have been? Would they have taken real footage and just put Forrest Gump in there?
Probably.
They would have. Yeah, they would.
No.
I haven't had anything to drink tonight, actually, John Q. Public.
None of us have, shockingly.
Yeah, shockingly. I do got a bottle of Ellington whiskey though, so it's somewhere. That young.
I'm in Colorado, so
weed is legal. Gotta make weed legal. What we call it? Gump Trek? What would the new? What would it be called?
Well, short bus trek probably.
What would the third in the Gump trilogy be in the 2010s? Would it be him like going up to Deepwater Horizon and just going like, "Hey, how you doing?"
See
that Mike, that Mike is Spock. She done had been Red Angel. I don't think she looked like no angel. Usually angels real pretty. Nah, not like Mikey Spock. She got that big old hair. That big old hair don't look good. She looked like that fella from Kid and Play, fella with the big head. I'd see the Kid and Play. They was on the MTV years ago. They was doing all the rap music. I didn't like rap music. I like the country music. Country music. I especially like that Faith Hill.
They should do this at their own house, and they did.
I like the country music, like Faith
Made
Hill.
a movie called House Party, Rob.
Yes,
would be a Kid Rock fan.
That kid Rock. He's a nice boy, isn't he? But he always talking about guns and the government. I don't know why he's so angry at the government. I mean,
he gets all kinds of food stamps and government cheese.
And he loves that Confederate flag like my ancestors.
That nice young man, kid. That nice man, kid. But his heart is in the right place, isn't he?
I heard cheese, and now I'm thinking about cheese.
Oh, that Mega. Yes, Mega Random likes the cheese, especially when you get the cheese and you toast the bread and it gets nice and crispy on the edges. That's the way my mama used to make it. Mama used to get the aluminum foil and put the cheese and put the sandwich in the aluminum foil. Then she get the iron and press it flat. And I like me some flat cheese bread. Flat cheese sandwich. That's the best sandwich of all. And then you get the bacon bits. You put the bacon bits on. And that just gives it a nice flavor. They're just so nice. Jenny couldn't make no flat cheese sandwich, though. Jenny didn't know how to use an iron. I said, it's taking wrinkles out. And she tried to don't iron her varicose veins. That didn't work out too good. It's almost I'm almost lapsing into the Cleveland Brown.
Dad?
I'm lapsing into Cleveland. Yeah. I'm going to watch the Orville. Adios, Minka. That nice man.
Oh, watch the Orville. It's so good.
It done been had one. That nice young boy from Family Guy. He done made the Orville. He's a good boy. He's not a God-fearing boy. No, he don't believe in that. But I say there's room enough for all of us, ain't there? But that nice young man from the Orville, oh, he done made out with that green-skinned lady. I don't like that too much. That green-skinned lady, she was so pretty. Then she turned into the green-skinned lady. That was bad. I didn't like that. She talking all about the Avis. I'm like, why do you want to rent a car? I don't. You can't rent a car. Why would you want to rent a car in space? I don't understand.
I figured out
no sense.
She left her bone outside. She wanted her bone. She wanted to go out and get her bone and get back in.
That dog done left her bone outside. Says, you be a nice girl. You get the bone. And I got the bone, and she got the bone back. That's why she's a good girl, isn't he?
I didn't bone.
Help! Rob's stuck in Forrest Gump mode.
I'm stuck in Forrest Gump mode. You have to give me an old nudge, like a old record player. Go get me to the next groove.
If only we had the slapping around sound effect.
Brian, we need you.
Ryan Johnson, don't stand in the way of hand slapping.
Stop it, Dodo! Damn it, stop hitting me!
All right, we're coming up an hour and 42 minutes.
Okay. Last thing I'll mention before I have the weirdest story about getting an Amazon book or buying a book of Amazon. I'm curious if this ever happened to anybody else, and to anyone who's listening from Britain, I apologize for the subject matter I'm about to talk about, but okay, this week I ordered a book. I didn't know it was from England at the time. It was called One of Your Own, The Life and Death of Myra Hindley, the most hated woman in English history, child serial killer, not a good person. But I ordered the book, and then they tell me, oh, by the way, it'll be here in 2 months. And I went, what? And then, oh, it's from Manchester. Shit. And then I get an email from the company literally saying, "Bye, thanks for buying the book. By the way, here's all these warnings of all the content you're about to read about." I've never gotten that from a book publisher.
They done had warned you about the bad words in the book. That was awful nice of them.
Yeah, and then the weirdest part of all, the lady who wrote it is a woman named Carol Ann Lee. She's the official biographer for Anne Franks.
That bald-headed fella, Jeff Bezos, I ran into him. I said, "Why don't you take this thing called the internet? Why don't you start selling books on it?" He thought that was a swell idea.
Yeah,
for all you know, he made a lot of money. And then the president of the United States, he wanted to blackmail him with naked pictures of his penis. Must be hard. Must be hard running a company.
So yeah, those look weird on your big biography. I wrote the official biography for Anne Franks. I also wrote the official biography for a child rapist serial killer in the 60s. Yay.
Yes. She must be hard being Anne Frank.
You're gonna pay for that.
All right. Okay. Why don't we wrap this up? This has been fun. Why don't we wrap it up?
The last episode ever before Andre chops her heads off.
Yeah. That nice fella, Andre, he done started the Midnight's Edge. But then that fella, Rob, he done ruin it by talking about all kinds of things. Like Steve Urkel being shot. Must be hard being a robot Shlomo. Okay, everybody. If you like what we do, if you like the idea of Gump Trek, shut up, Forrest. Crickets.
I think you told it already, Rob.
Yes, I did. All right. If you like what we do, like I said, Rob's last episode. Oh, that dang old Rob, man. I tell you, man. That dang doing impressions, man. Forrest Gump, man. You have to get that, run that one on the ground. I'll tell you what. You like what we do, click like, subscribe, click the bell icon on both channels. And head over to the Patreon, check us out there. Bloopers, outtakes, lost episodes, behind the edge making of videos, my 10-minute stand-up set, and more. You can support the channel for as little as $1 a month. And if you don't have the means, click like, subscribe, share the videos. Believe it or not, sharing the videos does us a lot of good because it drives up the view count and gets us into the algorithm. Because as I always say, we cannot do this without you. Random, tell them about yourself.
I am Mecha Random 42, and I will be doing a live stream pretty shortly here to talk about some Orville stuff. I don't know if I'm going to do 2 live streams or just one and kind of condense them. Do the little Orville recap and the Star Trek Discovery reaction. So yeah, come and check out my channel, and I complain about that stuff, about Brie Larson, about all the pop culture things, and I'm the cute one.
No,
that dang on Mecha Random. She be the cute one and a bunch of ugly guys. Tyler, tell them about yourself.
I'm Tyler Bioshock, and if you need to ever talk about me about anything, you can find me in the Facebook group or on the Peanut Butter Podcast, which is a bi-weekly podcast about anything. It's even more depressing than this sometimes.
I knew that Tyler boy. He was bisexual with his aunt.
My bisexual aunt. Oh, that's a nice one.
Must be hard being bisexual. You don't know when they're coming or going. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time.
I like big Asian butts, and I cannot lie. What the hell was that?
I just couldn't figure out what kind of underwear bisexual people would wear.
You're not my supervisor!
I really owe you guys an apology.